What is up guys, and welcome to another Red Dead Online video. In today's video we are going through vehicles that players would like to see added to Red Dead Online. Some of these vehicles can already be found within Red Dead Online and the story of Red Dead Redemption 2, but as things currently stand you cannot buy them within Red Dead Online, so you cannot own them. These vehicles can be something that we can see from months and months from now, whether it be in the next major update or it could be something that we can see in the next couple of years added through a different update. Before I get into the video, if I miss anything off this list of a vehicle that you would like to see added to the game, then let me know in the comment section down below. The first lot of vehicles that I would like to see are different boats to be added, as well as being able to buy canoes. Now these items are already part of the game. If you didn't know, you can roam around in a canoe within Red Dead Online, even though they are fairly rare to come across, just like you can also find them in story. Boats can also be used within the game. If you know what boat you're looking for, you can actually stand on the edge of Saint Denis in the harbour, wait for the boat to come across, and you can quickly swim out to that boat, jump on, and you can also take control by pressing Y, and there you can sail it wherever you want to go. The problem is though, with both of these different options, whether you're gonna get a motored boat or you're gonna be getting a canoe, it seems like they do have a lifespan. As soon as you start sailing these boats, unfortunately they end up just sinking. Likewise, if you also go too far out, for example if you are in Saint Denis and you try to head to the land opposite, or you try going over to Sitka Penitentiary, your boat will blow up or it will just sink. But I do believe that at some point there will be a fishmonger role within Red Dead Online, or something that does require fish. Ever since the summer update with the introduction of the trader, fishing has become completely pointless. You can supply different types of furs as well as animal parts to the trader, but you can't supply meat, and because you can't supply meat, you can't supply any fish. But I do believe that this is by design and not a mistake by Rockstar. So I do believe within the future we will get a fishmonger role, and I do believe with that fishmonger role we will be able to buy our own types of boats and also fishing nets, which will then be used to sail out and also gather fish. Next up on my list is the War Wagon. Now this wagon is already part of Red Dead Online. You see it, you cannot ride it, nor can you buy it, but you can find it within the main mission of Bring a Goddamn Posse. In this, it's your job to go over to meet Marshal Davis, and there he will tell you that Valentine is about to be attacked. In this mission you have to guide the people of Valentine to certain spots to scope out the enemies, and then all of a sudden you will be attacked. Right at the end of this mission, after surviving a wave or two of just killing enemies, the War Wagon will come in and it will shoot up Valentine, and it's your job to avoid the bullets, to stay out of danger, but also blow up the War Wagon with a single stick of dynamite. And ever since this mission has been out, players have been saying that this would be so cool to finally have it, but it does have the community split. Having the War Wagon would be totally awesome to ride around, doing it in missions, maybe even having a race of some kind where you have to race as a pair, one person controlling the wagon whilst one person on the back is controlling the turret. And this has got a lot of people hyped up for what the War Wagon can do. But on the other hand, a lot of people are seeing it as a way to be griefed. Having your horse come up to a War Wagon, you are totally going to be ripped apart. And with the War Wagon being able to fire bullets, and the only way currently to destroy it is to go and use a stick of dynamite, it means that it's going to be extremely hard for players to come very close to it just to blow it up. Next up on my list is the Charles Kinner flying machine, which can be found within New Austin. Now this is not something that I expect to see anytime soon, and it may be completely mad for me to add it to the list, but this is something that I would very much like to see, being able to fly around Red Dead Online, and it may be years and years to come. If you played the first Red Dead Redemption, you may even recognize this person, and you did do a mission for him. Unfortunately it wasn't like Assassin's Creed 2 where you did get to actually play with the flying machine, but what you can do is do a stranger mission for him within the first Red Dead Redemption. On the Red Dead wiki it does say that he requires 5 beaver fur, 20 bird feathers, and 10 red sage, and by collecting these and giving it to him, he can then repair his flying machine. Despite getting all the parts that Charles needs for him to repair his glider, unfortunately it was not enough, because as soon as he jumps off the cliff, he then quickly discovers that the glider was not properly constructed, as there was loud crackling noises, and after traveling a very little bit, Charles' flying machine, his glider, ended up plummeting towards the ground, and that was within the first Red Dead Redemption. If you know the timeline of Red Dead Redemption and also Red Dead Redemption 2, you will know that Red Dead Redemption 2 is placed before Red Dead Redemption, but you can still head to the point within Red Dead Redemption 2, whether it be on story or even online, where you can find this flying machine which has crash landed and is all in pieces. So we do know that Charles exists within this world, and maybe we could even find a young Charles, and maybe he even had some success success at a younger age, where he was able to craft a flying machine where we can get from point A to point B in Red Dead Online. Now with this flying machine, as cool as it would be, there are some problems with it. Realism is a massive point of Red Dead, and currently I have no idea how we're gonna get this off the ground in most areas. What it may have to be is certain points within Red Dead where if you climb up high enough you can use the flying machine, because Charles himself had to use a high point within New Austin, which was the cliff, and at this point there's probably no real way for you to just stand on low ground and being able to fly immediately straight up. And the final vehicle on my list is the hot air balloon, and yes, again this has some problems, but just as a recap, in the Red Dead Redemption 2 story you can play the mission Icarus and Friends, and this will allow you to jump into a hot air balloon to fly it all the way up to the clouds and then slowly glide back down, where you'll come to Siska Penitentiary. There you'll pull out your binoculars, and there you have to look at 3 different locations to see if you can find John Marston. As soon as you have located John Marston, that is when guards will start shooting at you, and it's your job to quickly fly up and away. And just like the flying machine before, flying all the way up within the Red Dead world and looking down would honestly be so cool, and that I think is why a lot of people love the hot air balloon mission. But with the hot air balloon mission, if anyone remembers, you don't get to steer where the hot air balloon goes to. You just end up pressing RT to ascend, you let go of RT to descend, and the hot air balloon will follow that path as the wind is taking them in that direction. If that was the exact same case with Red Dead Online and we had to wait for wind to go to certain places, what you might find most of the time is that you'll get into a hot air balloon, you will fly up, and the wind will take you in the complete opposite direction you want to go. But as things go with a hot air balloon and a flying machine, they may not be the most practical vehicles that you can get, but they will certainly be fun, and they do open a lot of doors. So that's the list of vehicles that players were hoping to be added within Red Dead Online. Let me know in the comment section down below if there are any other types of vehicles that you would like to see added to the game, as there are a ton of other vehicles that could potentially be added. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.